Hello and welcome to Chapter 7 of the Accounting Insight tutorial series. This chapter deals with value added tax. As you can see, value added tax is also called VAT in the UK. In some countries, they have goods and services tax instead. For the purposes of our example here, you remember from your compiling your sales invoices in chapter 1 and your purchase invoices in chapter 2, you will have identified what the VAT was on the sales and the VAT on the purchases. The VAT on the sales is called output VAT, and the VAT on the purchases is called input VAT. And normally the business will pay to the government the net of the two. So the exercise to do here is to compile your VAT summary as is shown here, and I'll do that now using the exercise sheets. And because I'm using Excel, I can just quickly reference it from my cell here. So if I press equals and then I scroll to the sales invoices and the VAT column is there, I just take that figure down there in the totals row. So that is the output VAT. Let's make this. Yeah, that's the output VAT. And then we then get the input VAT, so which is going to be subtracted from this figure, so minus, then go to the purchases, and the input VAT is there, 3054, and then you get the net VAT payable to the government is £970.53. Sometimes if your output VAT is less than your input VAT, the government will repay you some VAT. It does happen, especially if you're spending in the current term, but your sales are going to happen in the future. In the UK, most VAT returns are compiled every quarter or every 3 months, and you submit your return to the government. The government now has made tax digital. So for the specifics for your business, please contact your local government agency or business advisor who will help you and advise you on exactly what you need to do with regards to compiling your VAT tax return. This is just an example to show you where the figures come from. The other thing the VAT return also requires in the UK is the amount of outputs and the amount of inputs. And on the VAT return, this particular exercise here is not on the exercise sheets. I'll put it in a later version. But here we can say the outputs. Again, if I go to equals and then go to my sales summary, the outputs are the net value of sales here is 23,000, and then you can imagine the inputs obviously will be the net value of your purchases, which in this case is £17,704.10p. So these figures you need to put on your VAT return as well, further down in the return. This is for the UK purposes. Just brief information, if you ever wondered where the phrase value added tax came from, you'll note that the difference between your outputs and your inputs is what essentially is the value your business has added to the purchases before selling them on, and this is where the word value added tax comes from. Now, once you've done this part of the exercise, you can compare your answer to the answer at the back of the book. If we go to Our answers can go here. Should be correct. Let's just double check it. That's a bank. Yeah, our VAT summary is there. Okay, and that is it. Summary of VAT. But again, as I said, speak to your local government agency or financial advisor to help with the specifics for your business. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the next chapter, which will deal with wages and salaries. We just have a simple example there, and the basic tax figures that we will use for our example. Thank you.